Bluets at the Royal Court Theatre by Katie Mitchell. I've seen her do this type of work before, and if you haven't seen this type of work, it's quite difficult to describe, but basically it's like watching a live filming and editing all happening at the same time. So the actors are filmed doing certain things and you see that projected live onto screen, but it cuts between the different actors. From a technical point of view, it's incredible because the actors are, they have to remember what they have to say, but also they've got to remember where they need to be standing, positioned, what they're getting ready for the next, what they need to put on, what props they need to pick up, all of these sort of cues as well. And from that point of view, it's quite breathtaking to watch, and it's an awful lot to remember. But there's a but. It doesn't actually add anything to the story. In fact, I think it's all a bit of a distraction. When you've seen an actor pretending to drive, you know, projected in front of like a scene of like road going by or street, you know, houses going by, something like that. When you've seen that 4 or 5 times already, it's kind of like, well, I've seen them do that. And there's a few other elements like that which are just repeated, like sleeping, drinking. It sort of becomes very repetitive. And I was constantly distracted by watching what the actors were doing, so it made it hard to really get into the story. And because what they're doing, I don't think actually supports the story and enhances the story in any way. So I came away not really getting that much out of it. It certainly didn't make me want to read the book. So when I saw Some Trace of Her, which was a similar style, but it was based on Dostoevsky's The Idiot, I really enjoyed that. But then there was more sort of interaction and between the characters, and they were different characters, and there was some sort of interaction, and there was more of a, it felt like there was more of a story there. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy this. You know, I mean, great from a technical point of view, hats off, but it's not really something you see for a performance in terms of the actors. There's not really much room for them to perform because they're so busy doing other stuff and just delivering a line here and a line there. So no, wasn't really for me.